Hi, for today's Tuesday Toolbox, we're going to talk about power, and then we're actually going to continue the conversation for the next couple of weeks. When you think about power, it's an interesting thing. We all have power. Sometimes we don't realize it. Sometimes we give it away, and sometimes we just don't engage the power that we have. We don't even realize that we have it. So power is actually perception. If you perceive you have power, you do. And if you perceive you don't have power, you don't. And if you perceive you have power, you actually are more opportunistic. You're looking for opportunities. You are willing to take more risks, and you are open to more ideas. If you don't think you have power, then you are trying to mitigate risks. You're worried about the jeopardy that might be in any activity you might engage in, and you actually constrict and you try to stay safe. And the research that I'm reading actually shows that your perception of your power is more important than your title or your position. So think about that. And it drives how you behave. And those, if you think you have power or don't think you have power, sort of relates to an abundance mindset or a scarcity mindset. And so there's a lot of research about those mindsets that if we have an abundance mindset and we have positive energy, we can actually spiral upward and we can broaden and build our capacity so that we actually make some stores or we bank that capacity. So when we come into other challenges, we have some stores to deal with. And we can do the same thing with power. So think about the power that you have, because if you don't think you have it, you kind of negatively spiral. And so it is a almost self-fulfilling prophecy. So I encourage you this week to think about, where do you have power? Where have you given your power away? And how can you engage and embrace in the power that you have so that you can maintain and store some of that for future activities? Think about that this week, and we're going to continue the conversation, and I'm going to give you some examples on ways that you can broaden and build those capacities for yourself as we go forward through this month. Have a great day.